Oh, you gave it away. Well, actually, I didn't expect that, but good. Okay, so let me set a scenario because I wanna get to that point. Imagine you have a laptop. You're a student. Yeah, you're a student. You have a laptop, iPad, whatever, and it breaks down for many reasons. It breaks down. You're in the middle of studying about art, and it breaks down. Generally, you don't throw it away. Technically, what you do is, for example, if you're like Rohit, you fix it yourself. You say, yeah, I can fix that. I trust myself, so you do it. It either gets fixed or worse. But if you are sure that you cannot fix it, technically you take it to someone who can fix it. For example, you can take it to an IT man and pay him, for example, to fix your laptop, and then you can use it again. This happens a lot in our daily lifestyle, in our routines. When we have something broken, when we have something or I don't know, when we run into some problems and we cannot fix it by ourselves because we cannot do many things, and we take it to people who are experts in that. Another example is car. For example, last week I was driving my car and suddenly it stopped. It broke down. Well, I'm not a mechanic, so I called the services, and they came, they towed my car, and they fixed it. I paid them, they fixed it. So this is the topic we're going to talk today. Its name is causatives. Let me start sharing my screen for the PDF, and you can download this PDF on my website. If you're wondering where you can download it, you can download it from, let me type it, englishwithnimafar.com. There you go. You can go to the PDF page and download it. So, anyways, let's get started, shall we? Rohit is typing something. So let's start, and we will read Rohit's sentence after that. Okay, English with for causatives. First of all, it's an upper intermediate grammar topic. What do we mean by that? If you see, for example, some books, some websites, some references, they categorize or label grammar topics. So, for example, this grammar topic is for upper intermediates. Can you tell me why and how, for example, why this one is for upper intermediate? I have like this question. Why it is not pre-intermediate? Why it is not advanced? Why it's not intermediate? I have this question. The reason they label it. Some people are typing. Yeah, good. Please be active. The more you are active, the more you interact, the more you learn. If you just sit there and listen, you'll learn nothing. You will just waste your time. Okay, so make sure you're interacting. Many people are typing, which is perfect. I don't know why, but the more grammar I learn, yeah, okay. So, okay, that's good, Aaron. But let's talk about this one. I mean, the reason why I said this is upper intermediate. Why didn't I say this is pre-intermediate, intermediate, advanced, C1, B1, A1? It needs some, very good. Thank you, Gislena. Perfect. Maybe other people who are typing want to say the same or something else. If you something else, please type it down as well. But yes, when I say it's upper intermediate, it means you need to know, at least we say the most of, for example, lower levels grammar topics. For example, I'm going to talk about causative. You have to know the tenses, like for example, what is present perfect, what is present simple, what is past simple, or you need to know modal verbs. You need to know what can do, what should can do, when do we use can, when do we use will. You need to know that. You need to know what is a bare infinitive. You need to know what is a to infinitive. Well, I'm more focused on learning new vocabulary. Well, yeah, but understand the meaning of causatives. Causative. Okay, we'll talk about that. So, I am more focused on learning. Okay, yeah, learning new vocabulary is always good. Yeah, the more vocabulary you learn, the more we can say a part of, the more fluent you can be. But it's not always vocabulary. Don't do that. Like you just focus on that. I am more focused is good, but if you say I'm just focusing, it's not good because you need to cover all of them. In English, we have four main scales and three sub scales. Okay, main skills. Can you tell me the main skills of English? What are the main skills? If you have four main skills, can you type it down, guys? When you very good, very good. Causatives come from cause. Is it like influencing people? No, I'm confident enough with my grammar. Yeah. If you're sure that your grammar is okay, it's good. Now it's something else. You work on your grammar. Now you're trying to work more on your vocabulary. That's perfect. Grammar is speaking. No. Grammar is speaking. Listening, reading. Yes. Listening is speaking, writing, and reading. Yes, very good. We have listening, writing, reading, and speaking. IELTS. In IELTS or TOEFL other things, you see that there are four skills they asked you, but we have three is better sub skills. Can you guess what they are? What are our sub skills? Is speaking and listening? No, we said speaking and listening are for part of main skills. We said listening, writing, speaking, reading are our four main skills. We have other three sub skills. Communication, no, it's about yourself. You can be communicative, you can be shy, you can be quiet. No, vocabulary, grammar. Phonology, no, vocabulary, grammar. That's good. Add something else. Add what more? Doc, I said in English we have four main skills. Like in IELTS, others you can see we have like speaking, reading, writing, and listening. But thank you very much, ACO. Yeah, we have three sub scale in English, which are grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. So it means when you want to work on, for example, listening, reading, you should know grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. Okay, exactly like that. It's exactly when you try to take part in IELTS, you only work on those four skills because they assume that you already know. Collocations are part of like functions or part of grammar or others. Okay, we have three, like three. If you want to expand it, yeah, we have many things. We have collocations, antonyms, but yeah. So it's good. Okay, so I wanted to tell you that this is the reason. So don't go and learn advanced grammar topics if your level is not advanced. If you've just started English, don't learn for example, advanced grammar topics or other levels that are not suitable for you. This is really important because you will get bored because you will find it how hard it is and say, "Oh my God, it's so hard. I'm not gonna make it," and you quit. So that's the reason. Okay, let's move on. What are causatives? And let me tell you something. At the end of this class, it's like 45 minutes. I will send some exercises. We will do some exercises together during the class. So make sure you're listening carefully. Okay, so what are causatives? As someone said, when someone causes someone else to do, cause, or be something, that's causative. This is like the definition form. The basic form is when you cannot do something for any reason, when you don't want to do something, when you are not able to do something, and you ask others to do it for you, that's causative. That's pretty simple. But generally, when someone causes someone else to do, cause, or be something, that's causative. If you see, we have cause. But why do we use it? We want us up closer to that. We use causatives, this is important, not only to mention. So here, let me highlight this. Not only, let me make it better. Not only to mention that the subject doesn't do the action by itself, but also to cause or make the agent do, cause, or be something. Okay? Means you as a subject, in this case you are the subject. You don't do this. You don't do anything. You don't do the action. Instead, you cause or make the agent to do, cause, or be something. But maybe you ask, who is this agent? Who is this? This is that mechanic. This is that IT man. we will talk about. This is the person that you pay him, or other cases you force him, you persuade him to do something for you. Let me check the chat. If you have any question, make sure to type it down. What does it mean by advanced grammar topics? Can you, for example, inversion? Maybe some of you guys know, maybe some of you guys you don't know what is inversion. Inversion is, we can say, an advanced grammar topic. And it's like when you want to use it, you have to know outer frequency, you have to know negatives, you have to know many things. And it's not like when you've just started, it's like week 2 of learning English, and you just go and learn that. It's like a big mistake, and you must not do this. This is one example. So never mind. The main clause, as you know, for example, in conditional sentences, let me ask like this. How many clauses do we have in conditional sentences? Does anyone know? Let's try to guess other grammar topic as well. Does anyone know how many clauses do we have in conditional sentences? For example, if I were you, I would do that. Or if it rains, I will stay indoor. Two. Good. Do you know the names? What do we call each? Do you know the name? Main, non-finite? Are you sure about that? I'm asking about... No. I'm asking about conditional. Main clause, if clause. So more than, yeah. Good. So, as you know, good, very good. We have in many grammar topics, we have clauses. Clauses play a very important role in our grammar structure. So, in this case, we have the main clause and the non-finite clause. The main clause is the first clause that consists of the causative verb, the main clause. But the second clause is consisted of a participle, to infinitive, or bare infinitive. For example, let me write an example here. I had a mechanic, for example, I had a mechanic fix my car. Maybe you have a question about the structure. Don't worry, we will get to that. This part is called the main clause. And this one is called the non-finite clause. Which one we have? The one we have either a participle, to infinitive, or bare infinitive. But let's talk about the structure now. We have 3 types of causatives. Type 1, type 2, and passive causative. Type 3. That's why I said you have to know prior knowledge. You have to know what passive is. You have to know what passive is in order to learn the third type. So, type 1, subject. It's pretty obvious. For example, I. Modal verb is optional. You can use it, you cannot use it, so it's fine. Causative verb, we will talk about it, but for now, let's work with have here. The agent, for example, the mechanic, a mechanic, because we don't know who you're talking about. I have a mechanic, bare infinitive. What is the bare infinitive, guys? Can you tell me? What is a bare infinitive? Anyone in the chat? In type 1, we have to use bare infinitive verbs. What are they? What are bare infinitives? Have you ever heard of that? Do you know? Can you make some examples? Can you write some? Several people are typing. That's good. That's really good. Infinitive without to. In its base form. Good. Bare infinitive normal without to. To fix. So kick. To fix. Is it a bare infinitive? A verb plus 2. 8co says a verb plus 2. So 8co, I have a question. What you said, a verb plus 2, is it bare infinitive or to infinitive? Which one, 8co? Rana says no. Okay, so Rana or Rana, I think. So what is the correct form, Rana? You said no. So what is the answer? 2 plus verb. 2 plus verb, or verb plus 2. Which one? HCO said verb plus 2, and you said 2 plus verb. For example, it means go to or to go. None of them. None of them. We say bare. Bare infinitive means without. Without infinitive. What is infinitive? Infinitive means 2 plus verb. Not verb plus 2, 8 go. 2 plus verb. So a bare infinitive is a verb without 2. For example, play, study, go, fix, repair, cut. These are bare infinitives. We don't say to cut. No, we don't say to play. No, we say play, cut, play, learn, and so on. So here I have a mechanic fix. Object, for example, my car. This is the rest. For example, tomorrow I will have a mechanic fix my car tomorrow. I had a mechanic fix my car yesterday. These are others. So this is type 1. I have a mechanic fix my car. Very good. Type 2, again, we have subject. For now, we'll say he. Let's say he. Modal verbs, yeah, here we should say, for example, should. Causative verb, and for this one, let's say we use get. We will talk about it, okay? I just want to tell you the structure. The agent, he should get, for example, a barber. He has long hair, a barber. To infinitive, it's pretty obvious. To infinitive means, for example, to plus verb. To cut. Let's say, to cut his hairs, for example. To cut his hair. Okay, so, that's it. And others, we don't care about others. Like, for example, yesterday, tomorrow, others. He should get a barber to cut his hair for tomorrow. So, he should get a barber to cut. That's the point here. We use to infinitive, bare infinitive. That's the important part here. And type 3, let's skip type 3 here. So, let's have some basic examples. Understood, very good. I will have a mechanic fix my car. Yeah. He should get a barber to cut his hair. Students must not have their homework done. They should do it by themselves. That's the third form. We will talk about it. Jack let the junior IT man repair his laptop. Let, in some references, they don't count let as a CV, causative verb, but in other references they count it. And I think it's correct because you give permission, and that would be correct. So, who is the agent? Let's skip it. Let's talk about causative verbs now. There are many causative verbs in English, but we're only going to talk about the most 5 ones, the most famous ones. But of course there are others, but generally we're going to work with these. So, have, let, and make are type 1. Okay, it means bare infinitive. Get, or let me change the color. Get and force are type 2, means to infinitive. Whenever you say, I have a mechanic, you have to say fix, you have to say bare infinitive. But whenever you say get or force, you have to use to something. So now if you refer back to this part, you can understand it much better. I will have a mechanic fix my car. He should get a barber to cut. You see? To cut. Why? Because we have get. Or Jack let the junior IT man repair. We don't have to repair. No. Jack. But now I want everybody in this class, in this 40 student class, to make your own sentences. Or better, let me do something better. Let me send some examples to do it together. Just give me 1 second. So do you have any question? Did you guys understand this part? Or, for example, the differences between type 1, type 2? In the meantime, I'm sending the exercises. Let me see. So, Amelia's Rana's sentence. I will let my sister drive my car. Dopa says no. I think it's not. Why? I'm not convinced. We'll talk about it. True, because it doesn't need to. Good. Zibuli. That's the why I'm asking. Yeah, we will talk about it. Sure. Yes, because another person will drive for him. No, I mean that part. Yeah, it's causative. But to drive or drive. I will let you know once if it's completed. Once it's completed. If it's extra here. I will let you know once it's completed. Correct. Yes, that's correct. Let me also react like correct. I will let my sister drive. After let, after make, after have, use bare infinitive. Now let's ask and answer these questions. Let's do it together. John had Alex blank clean the bedroom. You should say, you should say either you should use two or nothing. Say nothing or two. For example, John had Alex too clean or John had Alex clean. Which one do you think is correct? Type your answers. Several people are typing, that's good. Clean, yeah, clean, good. Too clean, Google Font says too clean, okay? Zibuli says too clean, Can you tell me why Zibuli, Google, and even Dopa? Why do you say clean? Why do you say too clean? For example, Kick says clean, why? Mariam says too clean, why? Rana answered in advance, okay? Islam Azizi said clean because it's infinitive. Clean is not an affirmative word. You should decide. You should say whether it should be infinitive or it should be bare infinitive. That's on you. Look at had. Do you agree it's the past form of have? We all know that. I have a cat. I had a cat. That's basic. So John had Alex. We said whenever we have, make, and let, what do we use? We use bare infinitive. We should use infinitive after have. Are you sure about that? Zibuli, let me show you on the board here. Look at this. Look at this. Wait, it's better. This one. Have, the blue one. Let and make. I said type 1. What is type 1? Let's refer back to it. Type 1 is bare infinitive, isn't it? You see here? Bare infinitive means fix, means clean, not to clean. All right, yeah, good. So number 1, nothing. Clean. John had Alex clean the bedroom. Well, that's it. Next one, he always has me blank do his homework. He always has me to do his homework or do his homework. Which one do you think? Let me send it again so you don't need to scroll up. 2. Our friend says 2. Okay. Do. You mean nothing. Good. So Aaron says 2. Dopa says do. Do because it has. John had Alex. Doesn't matter the tense. If you mean the tense, it doesn't matter. For the second one, do has. Yeah, do. Very good. Aaron, we don't use to for have, make, and let. Once again. So, means what? Means this answer would be he always has me do his homework. Okay? Have, has, had, have had, will have been, many things, many other types, conjugation. Doesn't matter. You should see what is the base form. The base form is have. So use base form. Use bare infinitive. So do. Very good. Yeah, that's perfect. Next one. Mary will get Alex her homework. Mary will get Alex to prepare, or Mary will get Alex prepare her homework. Which one do you think it is? Prepare. Aaron says prepare. Kick says to prepare. Prepare. Amelia says prepare as well. Okay, good. What else? Rana and Islam is easy. What are your answers? To prepare. Once again, we have like 40 students here. I recommend all 40, let's say 39 students to interact. If you just sit there, watching the class, you will learn nothing. You will just waste your time. So anyway, 2. Okay. We have get. We said after get and force, we use to infinitive. After get, after force. So Mary will get Alex to prepare, right? Pay attention to that. It's okay. After some time, after like doing some exercises, you will understand. John had his car. Let me remove this because we haven't learned the third type. He always has his homework. Again, let me remove this because they are the third form. Okay, now this is passive, very good. We'll talk about it actually in the next part. For now, it's too soon. So let's continue. Let's keep going. Who is the agent? The agent. It's also known as indirect object. The indirect object. In English, we have two objects. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know. We have direct. If you have direct or direct, both of them are correct. We have direct or indirect objects. For example, he offered me. He offered, for example, he offered me to the party. He offered me is the indirect object. To the party is like the direct object, but that's fine. We don't want to talk about it. Just saying. The agent is also known as indirect object. Anyways, so who is he? He's the doer of the causative sentence, because we said that in causative sentences we do not do it. So that not only the subject doesn't do, but also, so it means who is the doer then? The agent is the doer. As you may guess, we have two subjects as we talked in type 1, type 2, but in the passive one we don't have. Why? We don't have our subject. Why? Because it's passive. In passive we focus on the object, as you may know. The agent can be a mechanic. Let me make it more simple. It can be a mechanic, an IT man, a barber, a car wash worker, the person who does the action based on your lead. Okay, for example, I will have a mechanic. You should get a barber. Get a barber to cut. A student must not have their homework done. They should do it by themselves. There are no doers. There are no agents because it's passive. And Jack let the junior IT man repair his laptop. Okay, but now let's talk about the meaning of each of them. For example, have you ever thought about this question? What's the difference? My voice is breaking a little up. Oh, is it okay now? Are you sure about that? It says my connection is green. So I was saying, I forgot what I was going to say. Have you ever thought about this question? That what is the difference between get or have? He gets a barber to cut. He has a barber cut. What's the difference? Are they the same? What's the difference? We're gonna talk about it now. So have means it's a normal one. You go, you pay him, you pay for the service. Your car breaks down, you have it fixed. Means you pay for it. Get means you convince, you satisfy the person for that. For example, he should get a barber to cut his hair. Means he has a long hair, but he doesn't believe that. He doesn't agree. And after hours of arguments, discussions, you try to actually persuade him, satisfy, convince him to cut it. So it means like, he doesn't believe in that. We try to work on that. In maybe now it seems ridiculous, but in daily lifestyles, when you talk about specific occasions, that would help. So have is that you go and pay. Get is you convince the subject to do something. You convince the doer to do something as well. And let is permission. You give permission. I let the junior IT man repair my laptop. Means he's a junior person. He's junior. He doesn't have enough knowledge, so I don't pay him. Instead, I let him work on my computer because like it could be a case study for him and he can learn. So let means permission. Make means obligation. For example, make and force are not the same. Make is like obligation. When you say, my mom made me clean the bedroom. My mom made me clean my bedroom. It doesn't mean my mother forced me. It means my mother told me. My mother, like using imperative. My mother told me to do that. It's like that. And force is like threatening. You threaten. For example, you are a robber. You're a shoplifter. You go to the supermarket. You point your gun to the, for example, salesperson and say, open the register. So you are forcing him to open the register. There are the meanings of them. And we have other verbs like enable, persuade, require, allow, and others. But generally, that's these five most ones. Any questions here? Have means done. Get means will be done. No. Who says that? Have doesn't mean done. And get means no. You mean have is simple, have is present, get is future? No. Have means the normal way, okay? But get is like is a higher level of that, okay? And sometimes come with persuasion. Get means that we obtain something, whereas have is used when we want to indicate. Yeah, actually, that would work as well. So let's continue. Negation. Now you wanna negate it. We use not, but we don't use not for this. We never say fix not. No, we use it here. I will not. If you have modal verbs, I will not have a mechanic. I won't. He should, he shouldn't. Must not. But if you have base form, like you have just the CV, causative verb. For example, I have a mechanic. I don't have a mechanic. Jack let, Jack didn't let. That because that's past. Or he gets, he doesn't get. Okay? It's like this. And we never make some changes to this word. This verb, no, we never make changes to this. No, it's always the same. So when we have modal verbs, we negate the modal verb. When we don't have it, we negate the CV. We do not make any changes to either bare infinitive or to infinitive verbs. That's for this. Interrogative sentence. Interrogative means question, when you want to question someone. So we have modal verbs. For example, if we have modal verbs, it's pretty simple. You just make question with modal verbs. He should get a barber to cut his hair. Should he get a barber to cut his hair? Like a question. Should he get? If you have modal verbs. If you don't have modal verbs, you make question with the CV, causative verb. Jack has an IT man repair his laptop. Does Jack have? Jack has. Does Jack have? Or he gets a barber to cut his hair. Does he get a barber to cut his hair? We use in this way. Any questions? No? Good. We use passive causative sentences when we do not want to mention the agent. It's like exactly the passive. I will have my car fixed. In this case, let me refer back to our structure table. We use subject, okay, modal verb optionals, causative verb, good, object. Now you use your object and past participle. For example, let's say, I will have, here you say my car. I will have my car, past participle. Fixed, PP, past fixed. For example, go, went, gone. Worked. The third form. I will have my car fixed. So, I will have my car fixed. Students must not have their homework done. David got his mustache cut. The third form in passive causative as the main verb. We can mention the agent like by agent. For example, David got his mustache cut by his father. Or I will have my car fixed by a professional mechanic. And so on. I will have, for now here, I will have my car fixed by a mechanic means I will have a mechanic fix my car. In this situation, let me ask you these questions. I will have my car fixed by a mechanic. I will have a mechanic fix my car. What is the difference, guys? 31 student. What is the difference? Are they the same? Or are there some differences? Let me also type it for you. I will have a mechanic fix my car versus I will have my car fixed by a mechanic. Let me also not say who. So what does it mean? This is the question. I will have a mechanic fix my car. I will have my car fixed by a mechanic. What is the difference? Passive voice. So okay, what is passive voice? What is passive causative? Dopa, ninja. What is the passive causative? No, not second. I mean the reason. The reason. What does it mean? What does it mean passive? Active. What do you mean active passive? We don't have active passive. We have active and we have passive. To focus on the object. Very good. Let me do like this. Yes. To focus on the object. Don't mind who fixed. Good. One example here. We don't mind. We don't care. We don't know. It's not important. Or we want to focus on the object. You're talking about your car. Okay? For example, you're talking with your friend and your friend doesn't know that mechanic who fixed your car. You're talking about your car and say, yes, my car broke down yesterday. Yeah, I had it fixed. I had it fixed. I had my car fixed. You don't need to mention the mechanic here because it's not important. You're not talking about a mechanic. You're talking about your car. The focus, the important, and you're welcome. And the focus of your sentence is on your car. So you don't need that. But when you want to get specific, for example, who said, or you, for example, say my car broke down, you said, did you fix it? You said, no, I had a mechanic fix my car. In this case, you're bolding, you're emphasizing, you're focusing on the agent. You're saying, you're emphasizing that you hadn't done that. You're emphasizing that someone else did it for you. You're focusing on that. So it depends on your sentence. It depends on your scenario, situation. But that's it. And you're welcome. So, the semi-causative or semi-causative help. Okay, first, I have this question. What does help mean? What does help mean? This is my question. When you say, he helped me, for example, he helped me. What does it mean? The meaning here. What does it mean? He helped me. For example, he helped me yesterday. Or she helps me with my homework. What does it mean? Many people are typing, okay? That the person was open for receiving support. Cooperate. It's we're getting closer. Can you elaborate, Zibuli? What does it mean, cooperate? Let me say like this. Do you agree when you say help, it means you are Zibuli is typing. Okay, let's wait for Zibuli to see his answers. And Rana as well. Okay? I wanna know the meaning of help. When we say you help me or she helps me, what does it mean? She helped me with my homework. What does it mean? Assist, aid. Yes, very good. Very good. What does it mean? Doesn't it mean that you are doing something, you're doing an action, taking an action, and someone else will come and help you to complete that action? Do you agree with that? You are doing something. For example, he helped me with my homework. She helps me with my homework. Means you are doing your homework. Yeah, that's fine. You're a clever student. You're doing your homework. But she comes and helps you. She comes and helps you means she comes and completes the action together. So you complete together. The credit should be divided to both of you. It means to support somebody in a specific path. Good, good, good. So now let's read this. The verb help is semi-causative. When we use help, we mean someone helps someone else. Someone helps someone else. So the subject does some part of the action, and the agent will come and complete it. This situation doesn't matter. Use to infinitive, use bare infinitive. That's okay. But if you use to infinitive, that's considered more formal, and if you use bare infinitive, it's considered less formal. But generally, it's okay. Doesn't really matter. Okay? This is the reason we say. Can someone tell me the reason we say it's semi? Why do we say it's like semi? What's the reason we say it's semi? Why don't we count it as a causative word? Like have, like get. Why do we say it's semi-causative? I see some people typing. Very good. Semi, demi, half sharing the action. Good. Cause you are also involved. Thank you very much, Zibuli. Very good. Really good. This is the reason I say interact with class. Very good. Yeah, perfect. Because you're involved. We say you do some part of the action, but at the beginning of the class, we said causatives are. It mentions not only to mention that the subject doesn't do. The subject doesn't do. But here we say the subject does some part. So that's semi. For example, I will help you solve this problem, or she doesn't help me to wash my car. It's okay. Using to is more formal, not using to is less formal, but it's okay. Don't worry. And in our agent, you can use a noun, pronoun, name, or a noun clause. He made me as a pronoun. I will have a mechanic as a name or job title. He forced Jack, a name here. And I should get the IT man who works at Google, noun clause, to fix my laptop. Examples, you can find all these examples on my website. You can have all these examples on my website. English with Nimafar, actually that's old. This server has more like 120,000. It's like too old. But anyways, let me also sending the website link. Okay, now let me send some other exercises to do it together. For example, I want you to say whether it's correct or not. Okay? Correct or not. Fixed. Number 10. I got my car fixing. Is it correct or not? The queen says fixed. Yeah, good. I got my car fixed. Yes. 1. No fixed. No fixed. I forced my friend give me a ride. I forced my friend to give me a ride. 10. Incorrect. It should be past participle. Thank you. Do percent in advance. 11. Okay, fix it. Fix it. Dopa, you said incorrect. Fix it. What is a fixed version? So 13. I got my laptop fixed. Yes, we're working on that. That's okay. So I got my laptop fixed. But number 12, we jumped. I had a mechanic to fix my car. Is it correct? It seems. Does it seem correct? I had a mechanic to fix my car. Yesterday, for example, say yesterday my car broke down. So I had a mechanic fix my car. It should be fixed. Very good. Very good. 13. I got my laptop fixed. Yes, pretty basic. I got my laptop fixed. We had the kitchen redecorated. Is it correct or not correct? Correct. Yeah, very good. Very, very good. Let me send also some others. This one. Yes, this is good. Let me send it. We did number 1 of that. So, John had his car blank. John had his car blank. Washed. Washed. Do you say washed or washed? Which one? Which one? Washed or washed? T-Y. Is it the only one? Is it the only one we say T? What about catch? What about work? What about ask? Washed, done. So John had his car washed. Very good. He always has his homework done. Very good, Rana. So homework done. And Mary will have her homework. We will talk about it. Hi, Google Fun. So Mary will have her homework prepared. Very good, because there are causatives. So about washed. Whenever your verb, which is regular, means it gets ed, ends in either ch, k, f sound, or let's say sh sound, b sound, and se sound as well. For these, you can use T. You can say T. For example, work. It ends, first of all, it's regular and it ends in K. So we don't say I worked, we say I worked. Ask. He asks me. He asked, or Bridget say he asked me. Asked. Okay? Or for example, laugh. They laughed at me. They laughed. Don't say they laughed. No, they laughed. Fair sound. Or catch or catch now is irregular. For example, watch. I watched, not watched. No. I washed, not washed. Many other things. For example, base sound, say sound. It's very rare. But if you see, but don't say like for example taught. Someone says taught. What about taught? I said, are you sure about that? I said, yeah, taught. I said, what is taught? I said, the past form of taught. I said, dude, taught is the past form of teach. And that's irregular. So make sure you are working on the verbs that gets ed means they are regular and ends in such. So this is like wrong. Wait. That's wrong. Okay? So actually, anyways, and yeah, so thank you everybody for joining today's class. Actually, the class is over, but if you have any questions, please feel free to ask it. And I would be happy if you can give me feedback, like in private messages. You can send me a private message or here. If you give me feedback, that would be perfect because I can know what parts are missing, what parts are good, so I can work on that. Feedbacks are always welcome. So thank you, Thurs. Thank you. Many thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mister. Yeah, Mister. Good. Sure. Great. I'm so happy that you found it useful. And every Friday we have classes together. Once a week on Fridays we have grammar class. Yeah. Thanks, teacher. You're welcome. Thank you. Find me a name. Queen, Google Fun, Dopa, Izaki, Zibulu. Zibulu, you did great today. And others as well. Rana and others. Thanks, teachers. You're welcome. Suhaib. Also, the lesson will be, you're welcome, Uma's light stick. Actually, the lesson will be uploaded on my YouTube channel as well. So you can watch it how much time you want, like 1,000 times, and review it. Or if your friend missed today's class, what's the channel link? I will send the channel link now. I don't know the channel link. Let me send a video and you can find the channel from that video. I think that would be good. For example, this is our last week's class. This one, for example, yeah. Just open the video. You can go to my English with Neo. You can go to my channel. Okay, simple as that. And if you want to download the PDF, you can go to my website. Once again, englishwithnimafar.com. Yeah, thank you very much. Let me also remove this. Thank you. So for website, you can go to download the PDF or other stuff. YouTube, you can go for videos. And I upload other videos as well, like grammar videos. So generally, yeah, thank you everybody. Have a lovely day, night, evening, morning, depends on your time zone. And yeah, okay, someone want to talk, okay? So you're good to go. If you want to leave, that's okay. If you have
Yeah,
any
man.
questions, please wait.
Good to meet
Okay, hello,
you.
grow your business. How are you?
Yeah, I'm well. So, what about you, man?
Sorry, what?
I'm well. I'm perfect right now. What about you? What are you
Uh-huh.
doing? How is it going?
Okay, so do you have any questions? Because the class is over. If you have any questions, feel free
Oh,
to ask.
okay. So, is grammar is
Mm-hmm.
important for learning? Many beginner thought that grammatical is started interrupting that many beginner afraid to grammar.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, but many well-known people they are speaking well English. They are say that grammatical is no need for learning speaking English. So they are just
They
in
say you don't
decrease
need to learn
their
grammar.
they are just decrease their afraid because I have seen that
Uh-huh.
grammatical is way more important than other thing. I would say.
Of course, it's not just grammar. Let me tell you, good. Yeah, gonna miss your. Yeah, thank you. So yes, you're correct. Okay, generally, when you wanna speak a language, doesn't matter English, whatever language, even your mother tongue, you need to know two things at least. You need to know grammar, and you need to know vocabulary. Because if you don't know grammar, how can you make a sentence? How can you create sentences to talk? And if you don't know vocabulary, how are you gonna use the words you're gonna talk about it? So vocabulary and grammar is important. And after that, it comes to pronunciation. How can you pronounce a word when you don't know the pronunciation? Okay, it happens a lot, and people cannot understand you if if you don't pronounce it properly. So that's why we say soft skills. We talked at the beginning of the class. Grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation are very important. And when you're taking IELTS exams, the materials, the references you study, they all assume that you already know vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation because it's really vital. Some people say many things. For example, I saw some teachers on Instagram saying like, "Don't learn grammar. Come watch Friends. Come watch some series like How I Met Your Mother and learn with like movies." But
Hello.
hello, but that's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. Why? Because okay, you watch it. In for example, in Friends or any American or British series, mostly Americans, they they say something. For example, like "she go." Okay, it's film. They're not teaching you English. It's colloquial English. They speak English in their own mother tongue with their own accent and slang. And sometimes, because they're native, they say "she go." Okay, and you're watching that movie and you don't know the grammar, so you keep saying "she go." She go, she play, he go, Jack come, like this. And once you find yourself being in big problems, big mistakes, and you cannot fix it because you saw it. It is only good, watching a movie is only good when you have some basic knowledge and you want to improve it. Okay? And grammar is very essential. And if you don't learn grammar, if you don't study for grammar and others, you're just wasting your time. You could do it for like playing guitar, maybe. That would be much better. But if someone is learning English without learning grammar, he's wasting his time, money, and generally life. Okay?
Yeah, your sound is something. It's my technical problem, I would say.
Yeah.
Your sound is something cutting out. So
Uh huh.
is it is it com is it will it coming automatically, or I have to learn uh, myself grammatical thing?
Well,
I have
are
doing
you a
I'm
native
doing right now
speaker?
course. Yeah. No.
So you have to learn it. Google Font says children don't know grammar, but they speak. What children? Children from America. So let me ask you. For example, Google Font. Where are you from? For example, you say Italy. When
Google
you were,
funnel.
yeah, Google Font. When you were a kid, did you learn Italian? Did they teach you Italian, or you just taught by yourself because it was your mother tongue? It's your mother tongue. With our mother tongues, we never learn grammar. Even at school, in like high school, they teach some parts of grammar of your mother tongue. But generally, at the time you're being taught Italian, you can speak Italian because you are an Italian person. Okay, so that's something else. If you are native, yes, but if you're not native, you should learn it. How should you learn it? With some techniques that people use it. So there are two different scenarios, two different things, and it's important we do not combine different situations. Okay? So any question here?
Okay, that's great. That makes sense me.
Ah, good. Okay, so if you don't have any question, let me get you back to the audience and we can have a break, shall we? So thank you very much. Grow your business. I hope you're growing your business very good. And so thank you everybody for joining and attending and participating. The third one is the most important one. And yeah, we're about to leave. After Queen, who's typing, I will end the class and we can go home. We can do whatever we want. So, two people are typing. Yeah, I will wait. I will wait for those who are typing. Sure. You want to talk again? Grow your business? Thank you. Take care. Thank you. Take care as well, Queen. So, hello
Yeah,
again.
yeah. Sometimes
Uh huh.
I don't know. It's my first class with you. So have you any routine for taking class? So I
Uh
have
huh.
did James class before.
Uh huh.
So who is American? Do you know about that?
And an American here?
Yeah, James.
Uh
Who
huh.
is
Yeah.
taking
Yeah.
class like you?
Uh huh. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Pronunciation.
have you any routine?
Conversation class. Uh
Have
huh.
you any schedule? Yeah, have you any schedule for taking class,
14 class like here, like this one? Yes, I have weekly classes on Friday.
or you are randomly?
No. It's not randomly. No. On Fridays at 6 p.m. in my time. You can see the tables, table content,
Okay,
table.
6 p.m.
Yeah, 6 p.m. in
Oh,
my time would be, I don't know, 1:35.
what,
Like 1 hour late, one
okay.
hour before. Okay, every Friday,
Where do you
one
live
hour
in?
before, Iran. And I have classes. It's not randomly. It's actually scheduled. Okay,
Uh, what is the time now in your country right now?
it's exactly
And where
five.
do
It's
you live
exactly
in?
7:04.
7 4. Where
Yeah.
do you live in? Pakistan,
No,
something
no,
like that.
Iran.
Oh, Iran. Yeah,
Yeah.
because of it nearby my country, therefore
Oh,
I guess that.
nice. Very good. Very good. Perfect. So, since I got to run for other places as well, thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you, grow your business. And I hope you're growing your business as well. So, take care, guys, and
Yeah, yeah.
goodbye.